The shit's chess, it ain't checkers.
What's going on today? We're going to be talking about what to do depending on your current financial life. Okay, so let me set some things up. Got some things I gotta do. I gotta set up some slides. Almost forgot about this. I'm live streaming on Rumble. Check out Rumble. I might go directly to Rumble, depending on what I'm talking about, or I'll probably be pretty PG on this one, but sometimes the conversation kind of goes a little in the rabbit hole, and I just, YouTube is the YouTube police is, sometimes a little bit too complicated to deal with. So, um, in that regard, sometimes I'll just go to a different platform. I'm gonna try this out. This is my first time actually streaming on Rumble. I had to nerd out a little bit, not a lot, not really that hard. I didn't really have to burn too many brain cells to figure out how to stream to Rumble, but I did have to nerd out just a little bit. Basically, I just had to read and then use some simple logic. But let me get these things together here so I can set this up. Hopefully, you are having a good day. This topic is financially related. Okay, this is a financially related topic. Financially related. All right, so let me see here. Yeah, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Let me play a little music here. I got some skin in the game, so I got some things going on. All right, let's get some music going on here. All right, value. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's cool right there. Let's see here. All right. All right. Gotta get some files together. Okay, the Fed just dropped a rate. We can kind of get into that maybe, but maybe just save that for another possible show. But gotta send these to myself real quick. So I'm using another computer. I gotta send these files. So they are related to the topic of discussion. So let's see here. Gotta send some stuff to myself. First of all, the topic is about primarily my philosophy when it comes to life. This is my philosophy. It's related to golf. And it's about your actual financial perspective is from a financial perspective. Okay, so from that being said, when I get to the discussion, you'll understand it. For those that have been rocking with me for a minute, you already know my perspective when I talk about the rough, when I talk about long versus short game. You already know about those terms. You know, you might even use those terms because you were watching me years ago, and that's part of your, lexicon that you use. And I'm going to be talking about that today. So let's get right into it. All right, these are too small. Let's check this up a little bit. All right. All right. So let's just start off with the worst situation. Let's see here. I think I missed one thing. Yeah, I missed one thing here. Let's see here. Let's get this together. It's the sand trap, I believe. Yeah. Oh, I got it. I got that. Yeah, I got it. It just didn't. Sand trap is there. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Okay, I think this is it here. No. No, it's not it. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. So we could open up this right here. So this is in relation to just as far as how your financial life actually is. So we live on Rumble for the first time. You know what I'm saying? So let's get something going here. Let's see. We got the first time on Rumble. We're live streaming on Rumble. Let me see. Let me check out Rumble stock because it's been a minute. That was something that I was gonna do here. Let's check the stock out. The stock market is actually doing okay today. Let's check out Rumble's. Let's just start it off with checking out Rumble's stock market, just to kind of give a perspective as far as how the market is doing today. All right, so the market is pretty much up today. It was up today. Okay, closed out. Let's look at a 1-year chart for Rumble, just to kind of, just since I'm mentioning Rumble, just want to look up what their 1-year chart looks like. 1-year chart of Rumble. So it's loading right now. It's kind of slow. I know I normally go on Google, but it is basically there's a 52 week. All right. So 52-week range is $4.92 was the low. The high was $17.40. So it's at $7.85. Bumpy ride, but it had a high 17.46 today. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm gonna keep doing Rumble. So yeah, Rumble has already got me with ads and everything like that. YouTube, is kind of dragging their feet. So you know, um, this is definitely, I have an effect. You know, it's, my effect on different avenues. So this stock is definitely going to probably go up. Please do your own. And I don't know why the hell I have so much lag. Let me see what's going on here. Close some things out. Why I have so much lag here. Let me see if I can close some things out here. Because I shouldn't have it. So we back. I had to do my own tech support. All right, so let's open this right up here and get to the conversation. So wherever you are financially speaking, is where basically what you have to deal with. All right, let me share my screen and open up this particular slide here. All right, let me see here, see how this looks here. All right, let's zoom this in a little bit. All right, so this is Michael Jordan in a sand trap. Okay, I got video to pretty much visualize, because Michael Jordan is not really that good of a golfer as most people. Golf is very difficult. Okay, this is not necessarily what this live stream is about. It's not necessarily golf related. I do play golf. I played golf before. I'm horrible at golf. Okay, golf is a very difficult game. It looks boring and it looks easy because some of the pros make it look easy, but golf is actually very difficult. You're hitting a small ball with a crooked stick. Just think about that. And then, just like finance is kind of difficult, golf is the game of the rich and wealthy. Okay, that is where a lot of deals get done, a lot of decisions are made. So it is definitely a leisure sport, and it is the game of the rich and wealthy. Okay, that's their thing, golf. Okay, one of the things about me is one of my uncles is pretty much a business consultant, but he's also an IT. Okay, some of his deals, one of the two things that you get deals, you get closing, sales, and all of that type of decision makings are done in two places: the strip club and on the golf course. Okay, sometimes maybe at a lunch or a dinner. That's pretty much those are the playgrounds where you make a lot of decisions, get a lot of deals, do a lot of networking. Okay, there you go, right there. All right, so this is not necessarily about that. This is about the philosophy of your financial life, your life in general, as a relation to golf, as relation to the terminologies of golf. That's what this live stream is about. Okay. If you're some of the time, I'll just also put a PSA. I know I'll post a lot of hot ghetto mess, a lot of content about like ghetto crap. I'm a survivor of the ghetto, but if that's your lane 100% of the time, that you're into hot ghetto mess all the time, every day, and twice on Sunday, you might be confused a little bit about this channel. Okay, this is not a hot ghetto mess channel. You might even see me on other channels that pretty much are hot ghetto mess. I myself am not 100% hot ghetto mess. I try to stay away from hot ghetto mess. This is primarily a financial channel. I find hot ghetto mess funny, just as funny as you do, but this channel is not. You get entertained by hot ghetto mess. This is a financial channel. Primarily, it's about improving your finances. It's about being your best self that you could possibly be. And that's what this channel is about: self-improvement, finance, health, a higher spiritual awakening, things of that nature. If you're toxic and you want to argue with someone and want to have some type of hot ghetto mess entertainment, this is not the location. Okay, all right, so now that we got that out the way, this right here is the hardest part of where your financial life will be: in the sand trap. Extremely hard to hit the ball out of. Symbolizes the very hard times that you have in life. Okay, life is just not your financial life. Finance is intertwined with life. So you might be even sick. You might be dealing with other people around you that are sick that you're taking care of. Whatever you're dealing with, this is why I started it off with the sand trap. The sand trap is basically the hardest part about golf. You stuck in the sand trap, it is very difficult to get out of. It is very difficult to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's other places that are worse than the sand trap, and that's like basically the water. If you drive a ball or hit a ball in the water, pretty much you already lost basically 1 point. Okay, so basically, to understand golf, if you don't understand golf, the course, if it's a par four, that means you have to hit that ball at least 4 times. You only got 4 times to hit the ball for you to be par. After you, let's just say you hit the ball 5 times, that's a bogey. You hit the ball 6 times, that's a double bogey. 7 times, a triple bogey. So the thing is that depending on how well you hit the ball, right, is how good you do on that particular course or hole. So let's say basically you hit a hole in one. Okay, that's basically, I believe that's like an eagle. It's called an eagle, meaning basically. Let me pull up the terms of golf so you can understand, because I'm kind of rusty myself. I don't play golf a lot, but I do play. All right, so let's just take a pause on here. We could both educate ourselves and basically pull up the terms of golf, and you could see basically what I'm talking about. All right, so an eagle is two under, two under, two under. So that's 2 shots. All right, so uh, okay, you got different terms right here. So let's go back here. Let's see here. It's got 14 more. All right, let's see here. Ace. I believe this is it. A hole in one is called a ace. Okay, so that means, like, okay, if it's a par four and off the drive you hit the ball in the hole, that's an ace. So that means that you basically, your score goes down according to how good you do on the course. So if you hit a par four and hole in one, that means that you actually are -3. You go up -3 because you hit a hole in one. All right. So let's say you hit a birdie, which um is 1 under par. Okay. Or let's just go down from the list of things. So an eagle is 2 under par. So let's say you hit it real close. You hit the ball basically really close to the actual um, flag, okay, or the actual green where you putting, you using a putt, right? You putting into the hole. That's called an eagle. It's like basically after ace is eagle. So that means you're basically hitting the ball only twice. Okay, a hole in one is rare, and also an eagle is rare, but it does happen. An albatross is also rare because it's like a double eagle. So instead of basically it's like 3 strokes, basically like on a par five. On a par five, you hitting the ball within 3 strokes. And then you got basically, we can go to birdie. A birdie is, like I say, you hitting the ball slightly under the par. So if it's a par four, you hit the shot. If you hit the basically flag and the ball got in the hole in 3 shots instead of 4. So if you like you hit a par 5 in 4 shots, that's a birdie. So once you hit, let's just say you hit the ball 4 times on a par 4, that's called par. You hit the ball in exactly what the most holes that you could possibly, or hits that you could possibly hit. So it's a par 5, you hit the ball 5 times, you're par. You hit par 4 times, that's par. All right, everything after that is bogey, double bogey, and all of that other stuff. All right, so that's like kind of your introduction to golf. All right, so that being said, let's get right back into what I'm talking about with the sand trap. All right, the sand trap is move this over a little bit. So the sand trap is extremely hard, like I say, to hit the ball out. Symbolizes very hard times of life. You're basically, it's worse than what I'm gonna next talk about, which is the rough. It's like, just to put an example of what the sand trap is, you're living with a woman that you don't really want to live with, and you don't have no other choice. That would be like considered a sand trap. You're a hobosexual. You don't have no job. You don't have no money. You're in the sand trap. You're in a tight situation that you don't want to be in. Obviously, nobody wants to be in a sand trap. Nobody wants to be in the water, right? The water is even worse because you automatically lose a shot when you're in the water. It is no question. You can't get the ball out the water, even if you try. It's a lost shot. The sand trap is not a lost shot because you can still hit that ball out of the sand trap and don't technically lose a shot. But most people do lose a shot because you actually have to play catch up, and basically by hitting the ball out of the sand trap, it's very difficult for you to hit that ball where it needs to go out of the sand trap. That's why it's called a sand trap. That, like I say, that would be a person that is like a hobosexual. They're living with a woman they don't really want to be with, but they got to deal with it because they don't have enough money. I know people that's been homosexuals for decades. I know people that are in a situation where they are a homosexual, right? They dealing with a situation because they have not took finances serious. Some people are more concerned about other people and if they like them or not than actually what those people actually provide as far as what their discussion is, the value systems that they have, their knowledge, their insight. People are social in a sense that not even social, they're into popularism and I guess you can even say likeism. If a person is not popular or liked, they dismiss them. And some people play the popularity contest really well. Some people don't care much about it. And, it's wide varieties of people within this popularity contest. Now, that being said, some people that are not so popular, they are dismissed. People, do certain things like use their content and not give them any type of shout out or any type of recognition. Those are the things that people do for people that are not that popular. And the smart people understand that. They understand, oh, I heard that before. I know where you got that from and all of that. But these are the things that people do that are broke also. Okay, these are what people do that are broke, and also the rich and wealthy do it too. The rich and wealthy, they do the same things. These are common human behaviors. This is what humans do. They do things because of various different reasons. Um, I'm not going to go into that, but these are the things that people do. But where it hurts the person that is broke, or even worse than broke, poor, they don't actually take their finances serious, or they have some type of mind virus. That's why I talk about the 3M system: mindset, money management, and momentum. Because a lot of the people that they don't want to listen to financial stuff, they have a mind virus. Their mind can't get them to overlook, they can't think of finances. Their finances is boring to them. Um, you know, their mind can't comprehend behind a dopamine kick. Epicureans. A lot of poor people are Epicureans and not even know anything about Epicureanism and Stoicism because they're into pleasure. Even so much, even you will find men and women, and you'll see them as far as around poor neighborhoods. They take almost a vow for Epicureanism without even knowing what Epicureanism is. And that's basically a vow to basically indulge in high pleasurable sexual experiences primarily. And that's where a lot of these women get pregnant and they become single mothers. And then they may or may not actually have some type of comeuppance in life. A lot of the women, they'll have comeuppance in life. They'll do better when they were first a single mother or when they first had their children, and then they will, do better in life. Basically get a better job, maybe become educated, get a better position. Move up the corporate ladder, or basically get a better outlook or outcome in life, and then they want to in turn choose better men or choose different men, but they have different complexes with that. I'm not going to necessarily get into that. All you got to know is a lot of poor people are Epicureans in the sense that they're highly into pleasure. They're pain averse and pleasure centered. And you got to understand one thing about this. This is very key of what I'm talking about, because this is what the brainwashing and the propaganda is pushed, because they want you to be Epicureanist and be pleasure censored and pleasure oriented, because you won't be competitive. You won't compete and do the things that are required to compete, such as get your mind together, get your financial mind together, get your money management together, get your momentum together, so you could actually move into better environments, move into financially richer and wealthier environments, and actually bring your children there, have a family in those centers. You won't never do that because a lot of times people are into Epicureanism. They're into pleasure, entertainment, all of these things that are endorphins. Their endorphins are centered around, they don't even know these terms, right? They don't read, they're not educated, so they don't even know these terms, right? But these are the reasons why they're into what they're into. Okay. And they don't know how to get out of that, how to take things, serious when business is business, and entertainment is, wherever it is. They don't know how to separate the two, right? So a lot of these people have problems with finances because they have a mind virus. They already stuck at the first part of the 3M system, which is mindset. They're already stuck at mindset because all of these different things that I just mentioned. Now, a lot of these people are embarrassed by this, so they won't reach out to you. They won't reach out to probably any other person other than if they're popular, because these people are popularists as well. They're into popularism. So, with that being said, a lot of these people are in the sand trap. Some of these people are personal friends and family members of mine. They're in the sand trap. I've been in the sand trap before, and I understand, okay, these are the reasons why these things exist. Okay. Uh, this is why it's so hard to get out of the sand trap, because it doesn't necessarily have really much to do with money. It does, but how you ended up in that sand trap is being a shit golfer, right? Or being basically a shit person in life and actually taking risks that a lot of people will not take. A lot of people with a financial mindset will never take, right? This is why I'm doing these live streams. This is why, this is something that I've been trying to do for a while. I actually was just gonna cut a video because I talked about this a few live streams back. But you know what? I was like, let me just go ahead and do a video about it just in general. So anyway, this is all you need to know. The sand trap is one of the hardest things to get out of. Is where it symbolizes where you are in life. Sand trap is also that guy that's in a trap house selling drugs that, for whatever reason, he's in that trap house selling drugs. The feds already know about his stash house. They know about his drug houses. They're just waiting. He doesn't even know that they're, basically on a database. His address of where that bando is under an FBI database, or, ATF database, or DEA, that they have a date that they're going to raid that house. And it's just basically a trap. He's living his lifestyle. That's why they call that lifestyle a trap. That person doesn't know how to legitimately deal with business. Okay. That person also suffers the same problem. They don't want to reach out to other people for help. Okay. They even believe, you got to understand about the different social classes. Let me kind of talk about this. I created my own social class. People like this in the trenches, right? These are people in the trenches. Some of the people in the trenches, they don't believe that, they won't probably listen to people outside of, it's more or less easier to explain on the BGS Zipmore octane scales. The people in the trap houses, they're pretty much 85 octanes. They respect people. Some of them respect people that are on a 92 level, right? Or even 89. And these people can actually help them become legitimate, but they have an issue because people within these ranges, a lot of these people only respect people within these range. People outside of these ranges that are like higher on the octane scale, they say they're bougie, they're white boys and black faces, all of these different things that they think about, right? Because it justifies their social hierarchy, their socioeconomic hierarchy. So a lot of times they get stuck, and then they realize when they're in jail and prison, a lot of these guys turn to Islam. A lot of people don't understand. I was raised, in Islamic household. At one time, I was pretty religious, and one of the things I know about Islam is in America, the prison system is the highest conversion rate of all of basically Muslims in America. Okay, you would think it'll be California or Nevada or Washington or some state. No, it's an actual freaking prison system, which is a place. Okay, if you say a noun, a person, place, or a thing, a prison is actual place. Yeah, that's where most of people are converted into Islam, in prison. They have to wait till they go in prison, while it's nothing else for them to do but read and just do boring stuff, because they've been living life so fast. They go to prison and then convert to Islam. Okay, better late than never, whatever the case may be. Some of these people are reformed. Some of them are, they put Islam on a bad light because they do all of that, basically degrading things, and they bring that into, they put on a kufi and do those same things, right? That's why Philadelphia is like it is, and why it's got so many drugs. These are a lot of people in Philadelphia are Muslim, right? Primarily Black Muslims, and they basically have it's a strong prison culture in Islam, and these people still selling drugs, which is considered severely forbidden, which is haram, and they still do that, right? In the guise of, I'm still a Muslim, right? So yeah, you got a lot of this type of stuff, right? And the thing is these people are in a sand trap, and they know they're in a trap. That's why they call it a trap. So those are two examples right there. I'm gonna move further to let's see here. The second one is the rough. Okay. The rough. Okay. I talk a lot about the rough. So the rough is kind of similar to the sand trap. Okay. Similar to the sand trap. Right, you got to use a sand wedge to get out of the sand trap. Okay, the rough is very similar, but not as bad. Okay, the goal is to hit to the green, right? To hit to the green. All right. So this is the rough, right? It's tough to hit the ball out of. Symbolizes the tough times in life. Now, I can go back here. Trenches. This is what this is all about. But not quite. Just because you're in the rough does not necessarily mean you're in the trenches. You could be here. You could be a freedom fighter. You'd have to watch some of my live streams where I talk about this, probably a year back. I might do an updated version of this, but all of these are, this is life, right? Life could not, it could be, a situation where it's just rough and it doesn't even have anything to do with finances. It could be your health. It could be your actual soul, like you lost a loved one or something like that. Your dog died. It's rough. You're dealing with that. Your cat died, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is the rough times in life, right? Now, a lot of these things are financially related because most people have problems in America. In the world, people have problems with finances. When it's 8 billion people in the world, people are competitive. This country is very, very competitive. The wealth distribution in America is very, very competitive. the wealthy and the rich are all into what? Gatekeeping, selectivity, all of these Hunger Games type, mentalities and stuff like that. Right now there's a hiring squeeze going on in America, right? Who controls that? The business class, the entrepreneurial class, the rich and the wealthy, right? They control that because they already have the businesses. They're the ones that are hiring and firing, right? The business class, the executive class, right? Those are the ones that are the job creators and the job firers, right? So a lot of times, if you're not financially solvent, which is you don't have enough money saved and you don't know these things here, you're not, you're only employee minded. You don't know how to survive being self-employed. You laugh at people that do DoorDash and Uber and all this other stuff. The self-employed people, you only know employees. That's your employee mindset. You only know how to be a slave. Don't know how to be an investor. Don't know how to be a business owner, right? You only know how to work under the table, system D, or just, basically wait for the next unemployment check if you qualify. So that being said, you don't reach out for help. I myself, I have, help, that I do on my website, right? Nobody reaches out, but everybody has all of these problems, right? All you have to do is hit the consult me button, but you don't because you just want to suffer. All right, great. All right, that's on you. But at the end of the day, this is the rough times. This is the rough, hard to get out of. You can get out of this. You could use a three wedge, 4 wedge. You could use different clubs to get out of the rough. If you're trained in golf, part of that training is how to hit out of the rough, right? I'm probably gonna need some golf lessons. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I need some golf lessons. Definitely need some golf lessons because if you can hit out of the rough, some of the best pros know how to hit out of the rough, right? And the goal is to get to the green, right? So the rough times is everything I said before about the sand trap. It doesn't take that much to have rough times in America or anywhere, right? Some places it's worse. Certain places it's rough to be. That's why people are coming to America, right? 77% of Americans are in debt. Only 23% of Americans are debt free. %35 of Americans don't have a budget. My budget template is only like $3. You could create a budget on my website. It could help you create a budget, right? But if you want my budget template, it's a lot more in depth. It's a template. It's something that I use to keep track of my bills. A lot of people, if you don't have a budget, you're basically shooting. You're basically freestyling in life. You don't know what's coming up. It's all surprising. The mind is not that advanced that it could keep track of all of these things. Some people have the logic is I'll just make some money and then I'll just pay for everything. No, it doesn't. That's just not how you run a business. That's not how you run your personal finance, not having a budget. A lot of business is just basically advanced finance. All business is advanced finance. So a lot of times, if you're good at personal finance, you most likely will do better in business finance. Okay. So the thing is that in the rough, a lot of times it's a reason why you're here. You're not probably good with your mind is probably all over the place. you might have some type of financial mindset, but there's other things going on. And then it's messing up your money management and it's messing up your momentum. Okay. You're having a rough time in life. This happens to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It happens. It's something that I've dealt with before. It is a hard thing to deal with. Okay. You got to understand what I just mentioned before. I mean, I know some rich people, right? But they ain't giving me nothing. Okay. They not giving me anything. They not contacting me talking about, hey, the broke genius, man, Abdul, do you need some, bro? You need a loan? Nah, none of these people, most of the people that I know that are rich or ex-athletes, basically, they not reaching out to me talking about, do you need a loan or something like that? Hey, I heard you good with stocks, man. I seen you good with stocks. You wanna motherfucking try to make me some money. My broker, he ain't really doing that good with my money. Matter of fact, his percentages is not really that high. You want to try it, see what you. No, these people are not doing that. Okay, they just watching you. You know what I'm saying? Live your life, and they don't have to, but it's no biggie. It is what it is. But the thing is that I have a book. It's called The Millionaire Savings Plan. It will help you. Okay, it will help you get out of that check-to-check lifestyle. Get you a better financial footing in life, right? I have some tools that you could utilize that I use that'll help you. That's all you need to know. You're in the best place to be. If you are struggling, this is the best place to be financially. If you're struggling, this is one of the best channels that you're going to ever come across, because I'm the king of struggle. I've gotten out of it. I've overcame it. And, you can too. So that being said, you got rough times. What if it's not so rough? You dealt with the roughness. You got through the storm. It gets better, right? It gets better. Okay? You're dealing with the rough, and the rough is right now. The rough is just, it might be tough, and then you get through it. Well, it gets better. Okay, it gets better. Short game symbolizes the steps towards your present life. You're not necessarily in the rough, right? You're on the green, but you're close to the flag, close to the hole, but you're not there, right? And the short game is just basically getting to the flag, getting to the hole. Symbolizes the steps towards your present life that is needed. Okay. Just what you got to do right now. Okay. You got to pay those bills. If you don't pay those bills, they go to past due, they go to collections. You got to pay for your car payment. You got to pay for your mortgage. You got to pay for rent. You got to pay your taxes. These are the things that you have to do, and you might be in a situation where you're in the rough. Okay, a lot of people are in the rough, and they still got to do these things, right? Most people are in that situation where they have to play the short game. Okay, the short game is the things that you got to do right now to keep you going. It's your present future, right? Your present life, so you can get to the future possibly. Some people, let me just move along, right? Because that's just pretty much the short game. Some people are in the long game. Some people are born in the long game, okay? It says how hard you hit the ball, and as long as long as well as accuracy determines your advantage on the course. It symbolizes steps towards your future, life, and others. Most people, this is what they got to deal with. Some people, they're already at the long game, whether they want to be or not. Some people actually don't want to be on the long game. Some people, you gotta understand, if you were born rich, like you were born in a rich family or a wealthy family, you're already at the long game. They don't know anything other than that. They actually want to actually see what if some, I don't know. Like I'd have to talk to some of these people. I don't really know too many people like this. I've met people like this, but some of these people probably have a certain thing where they look at people living their normal lives, like, people struggling and stuff like that, and they're like, kind of, I don't know what they're like, because what I'm saying, like, I don't really, it's the thing is I know these people exist, right? I mean, you could, these are the children of people that are on the Forbes list, the Bronny James of the world, right? The kids of Deion Sanders, Shador, Sanders and his other son. They were born in the long game. They father always had money, endorsement money, and that's all they know. They haven't struggled in no rough or no sand trap, none of that. They don't know anything other than, okay, I'm at the long game, basically I'm trying to tee off, right? I'm basically in the future. I'm what people are trying to think of in the future, I'm already there. You got to understand, it's people that already are at where you're trying to be. Where I'm trying to be, it's already people already there. It's already people that's millionaires, that's got $10 million, $100 million in the bank. They live in a certain lifestyle. Their reality is, what a hit show would be. The hit show on Netflix right now, as far as black media, is Tyler Perry's. I think it's called. What is it called? Beauty something. What is that show called? Let me look it up on my phone. Let me see here. It's something called Beauty. It's a Netflix show. It's a hit show. Beauty and Black, right? Those people, the characters, I don't agree with that. Like, one of the things I don't like about the propaganda media is that if it's a black family that's wealthy or rich, they always have some negative connotation behind them. They doing illegitimate business, or they have a drug business that they mix in with legal business. It's never they just got a straight regular family and it's legitimate business with no nefarious linkings to it. And one of the things, the reason why they do that is they don't want black people to be rich and wealthy. Okay, so they want you to think in your mind that you have to sell drugs to get money, that you got to be nefarious to get money. They don't want people to actually think that black people, young black men and women that are very, impressionable minded, that you can get money very, very effortlessly and easily, and you don't have to go sell drugs, or you don't have to sell some illegal, things within your business that are secretive or whatever, to make money. They want black people to actually think that making money is so difficult that you got to do some evil underlying things to get money. And you got to understand, a lot of black people are brainwashed and others are brainwashed to think that it is actually a thing, that you gotta actually do some evil stuff to make money. Like you gotta be a drug dealer, you gotta be a crooked businessman that, basically does some shady business or something like that. And you gotta understand that's part of the brainwashing. But they're just an example of something that you already know. You already know, okay, this show that you watch, Beauty and Black, these people are very, very rich and they're black, right? It's a Tyler Perry show. So the thing is that the people, the family in that show that's rich, right, or wealthy, their father was wealthy and led that company and passed on and left it to them. And they got all of these shady dealings and stuff like that. But they don't know anything about no rough life. They're very, spoiled. They're very entitled, right? And I will say that probably most likely is typical of someone that is in that type of lifestyle where they were born into a family that is rich and wealthy. Okay. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to explain my philosophy. I got to put a hashtag to this. Pretty much that's my explanation. This is my first Rumble live stream. Let me check out the Rumble live stream. Let me see what's going on. I got ads already. YouTube, man. Oh my God. I wish I would have done this. Like I should have done this months ago, years ago. So yeah, I got ads playing already. It's already monetized. Okay. Yeah, so that's what's up, man. Shout out to Rumble, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm gonna leave you. Hopefully you got some understanding with this. Check out my book. It's available on Amazon and also BrokeGeniuses.com. Okay, Millionaire Savings Plan. Check that out. That should be in your Kindle or on your bookshelf. Okay, check that book out. Definitely will help you if you're struggling or if you just kind of stuck. It'll kind of help you catapult yourself into a higher level, financially speaking. All right. So that being said, also check out my health website. I sell herbs. I sell, basically natural holistic herbs. That is available on owlsherbs.com.
Welcome to owlsherbs.com, the oasis for your wellness journey. Our mission is to promote good health and reduce the risk of disease by providing a holistic approach to well-being. From the soothing scent of lavender to the invigorating kick of ginseng, we've got you covered with a wide array of herbs, supplements, and wellness products. Imagine the power of nature, harnessed and delivered right to your doorstep. That's the owlsherbs.com promise, and it's a promise we're proud to keep. Shopping at owlsherbs.com has truly transformed my life, says one of our satisfied customers. The quality of their products is unmatched, and I've never felt better. And she's not alone. Countless individuals have found a one-stop shop for all their wellness needs at owlsherbs.com. It's made a world of difference in my life, another customer shares. And what's the secret to our success? It's simple. We believe in the power of holistic wellness, and we're committed to providing the best products to support your journey. Whether you're boosting your immune system, seeking natural remedies, or enhancing your fitness routine, we have everything you need. The path to a healthier, happier life is just a click away. Visit owlsherbs.com today and experience the transformative power of nature. Take the first step towards a vibrant, fulfilling lifestyle. owlsherbs.com, where your wellness journey begins. Improving lives, one herb at a time. Your wellness oasis awaits.